Welcome to SST College of Arts and Commerce. This is the SST Edupedia. Myself, Aakash J. Today, the topic that I am going to cover is the mutual funds. This topic is common for the two subjects for specialization SYBMS Finance Specialization subject. The subject Basics of Financial Services and the other subject is Financial Institutions and the Market. In these two subjects, the topic that is called mutual fund is common. This topic is in the semester 3 as well as the semester 4. Topic: what is mutual funds? Most of the people understand that mutual fund is like a share market, but it is incorrect. Mutual fund, and the difference between the mutual funds and the stock market is very distinct. Means these two don't have any similarities. The difference between the stock market and the mutual funds is very different, because in mutual funds we invest money in a mutual funds, but that money is funded by the professional manager. In this mutual fund we don't have to face too much risk, because whenever we are investing in a share market, it is a full of risk that the money that we have invested in the share market might goes up or goes down. It depends upon the inflation rate and so on. So, but in mutual funds, if we are investing money in a mutual funds, the risk is diversified, because whenever we are investing in a mutual fund, the mutual fund managers do investment diversified. For example, they do investment in FDs, some amount of investment in gold, some amount of investment in the shares market. Okay, so this is called the mutual fund. Okay, now moving into further the introduction of the mutual fund. A mutual fund is a pool of money managed by a professional fund manager. I have already told you that the mutual fund is a pool of money that is managed by the professional fund manager. Whenever we are investing in a mutual funds, we don't directly invest in a share market. The managers, the professional managers, invest our funds into a share market, into a FD, into a gold, okay, etc. Because many investors fund they take, for example, 5 people are there: Ram, Sham, Geeta, Sita, okay, Komal. These are 5 people are there. Okay, these 5 people's fund the investors take and do in a 5 different investments. Just example, the fund manager invests that money in FDs, puts some amount of money in the gold, some amount of money in the securities, some amount of money in the share market, and so on, and some amount of money in the for example, I take FD, I am again taking, okay, then he can also invest in the bonds. Okay, so because mutual fund is less risky, because of some less risk, the mutual fund manager invests money in the diversified money. It is a trust that collects money from a number of investors who share a common investment objective and invest the same in equities, bonds and the other securities. It is written here only that the money that we are investing in a mutual funds, the mutual fund manager control our funds, and he invests in some equity market, in some bonds and some other securities. Next one is the how mutual fund works. Investors pool their money in the fund. For example, I am an investor, I am investing in a fund. Likewise, I am an individual, some other individuals are also there, they are investing in a mutual fund. For example, I am investing rupees 50,000, some another my friend is there, he is also investing in a mutual fund, he invested rupees 10,000, another friend is also there, he invested rupees 30,000. These all 3 individuals money mutual fund manager takes and invest in some other different securities. Likewise, mutual fund managers invest some amount of money in FD, some amount of money in the share market, some amount of money in the gold, okay, Likewise, he invests. A professional manager invests in a diverse set of securities. Likewise, and diverse means he is investing in different securities. Investment return generated are shared by the investors. The returns which are generated are distributed among the investors, but the fund manager takes some charges because he is investing your fund on your behalf. The one who are individuals who does not have the knowledge of share market, or one who does not have the time to see the funds, okay, so he can invest in a mutual fund, because the amount of share market goes up and down in a few seconds. The price money of some share may goes down or up, may go up. So because of lack of time, so many individuals invest money in a mutual fund. Process. How is the process of mutual fund? Investors, first of all, pool their money, okay, in a mutual funds. Then the fund manager comes and invests the investors' money into the securities. Then security generates some returns, and that return is again passed to the investors. This is the whole process of the mutual funds. Next one is the top mutual fund companies. The one companies that are giving higher returns, okay. First one is the SBI mutual fund, second one is the HDFC mutual fund, Axis mutual fund, and the last one is the Nippon India large cap fund. This is the recent top mutual funds I have searched today. These are the 4 top mutual funds that are giving returns. If you are investing long term, you may get return 20% return, 15 to 20% return you may get if you are investing more than 5 years, okay. Next one is the characteristics of mutual funds. The mutual funds is very convenient option. If you don't have the time to invest in a share market, if you don't know the knowledge of share market, you can invest in a mutual fund. It is a very convenient option. The next is professional assistance. The funds which we have invested in a mutual, the funds which we are investing in a mutual funds, that fund is controlled by the professional assistant, means professional manager. Liquidity. In that we can get liquidity, means cash. We can also get the benefit of cash. We can also get the tax benefit from the government under the section 80C if we are investing in the systematic investment plan, that is SIP. If one does not want to get the risk, he can invest in a SIP. The minimum amount for SIP every month is ₹500. Investment comfort, and the last one is the safety and the transparency. In mutual funds there is a safety and transparency. Transparency means clarity is there in mutual funds. Types of mutual funds. First one is the equity mutual funds. In equity mutual funds, the fund manager invests money in the stock market. Okay, in stock market we don't know that the price of the share goes up or goes down. In this equity mutual fund there is a high risk. Next one is the debt mutual fund. In debt mutual fund there is not high risk, because these funds, if we are investing in a debt mutual fund, in this high return, minimum risk is there, because debt money is being invested in the bonds. Next one is the hybrid mutual fund. There is a combination of equity mutual funds and the debt mutual funds in this hybrid mutual funds, because some amount of money is invested in the stock market and some amount of invested money in the bonds. So it is the minimum mutual fund, minimum risk mutual fund. Next one is the advantages of mutual fund. Advantages. First is the portfolio diversification. In the previous slide I have told you that the fund manager invests our money into the diversified investment. For example, he has invested some money in FD, he has invested some money in gold, he has invested some money in the securities market. Okay, so diversified our management. Professional management. The funds that we are investing in a mutual fund that are controlled by the professional managers. They have experienced of this share market and economics. They are the most the investors that are controlled by the mutual funds. They are the specialization of the finance and the economics subject. Next one is the reduction and diversification of risk. They diversify the risk, or they try to minimize the risk that we are investing in a mutual funds. Liquidity. When they invest in mutual funds, they can cash their investment at any time by selling the units to the fund. Okay, at any time we can sell our units and get profit. Transparency, it is a clarity. Fund gives regular information to its investor on the value of the investment. Next one is the disadvantages. Everything have advantages and also has a disadvantages. The very first disadvantage is no control over costs. The investor pays investment management fees as long as he remains with the fund, even while the value of his investments are declining. He also pays for fund distribution charges. Next one is the no control of the costs, because whenever we are investing in a mutual funds, we also have to pay some management fees, because on our behalf they are investing in some securities or in some stock market. Next one is the delay in redemption. If we are selling our shares, selling our mutual funds, it takes 3 to 6 days for redemption of the units and the money to flow back into the investor's account. This is the disadvantage of the mutual fund. The last disadvantage of mutual fund is the managing a portfolio of funds. Availability of a large number of funds can actually mean too much choice for the investor, so he may again need advice on how to select a fund to achieve its objectives. I hope you understand what is the mutual funds, what are the characteristics of mutual funds, types, advantages and the disadvantages. So thank you very much.